Fair enough. All right. Weekly update from John and Eric. Hey,
Oh, what's
nice to
up,
see you.
man?
Haven't
Hey,
seen you in a
cheers.
while. Nice
I
to.
know.
There
Cheers. Sucks
All
that we
right.
have to do this over Zoom,
I
but
know, but hey, well, we
yeah.
would have anyways. You know, it's funny. How funny is this, right? We are remote anyways.
Mm.
We kind of talk, and it took an illness for us to lock down in our homes in different states, anyways, for us to reach out and say, be like, hey, let's use technology.
Yeah, let's try and do this. Let's
Yeah,
stop writing letters back and forth to each other.
yeah, right. No, let's
Oh
go.
my God.
But yeah, man. So how's things been since COVID-19?
Everything's good, man. It's definitely been interesting. I mean, being here, I know it sucks back in Connecticut, but being here has been pretty solid with the weather and everything, even though it's been raining like a fucking banshee
Yep.
today, or over the past couple weeks. Honestly, it's just like buckets. Um, but yeah, man, it's been fine. Me and Britt are doing well, um, just trying to stay sane. How about you guys?
We're doing our thing, man. This last month has been a little wild for us. We moved into a new house. We've obviously Rachel's a nurse, so she's dealing with
Mm,
this on the front line. But it is it's been interesting. I'm on 51% positive though, right? Like
okay.
out of this
Yeah.
whole thing, out of the whole
Yeah.
pandemic,
Yeah.
we're gonna come out 50. This is gonna
Yeah.
be a better thing for all of us. But
I think so, man. I think not to be obviously everything that has been going on is terrible. There's a lot of dark spots that we could go into of what's going on here that are just terrible. But I mean, overall, I don't know. Part of me is it could be for the better. It kind of gets people a little more aware of what's going on. I mean, it caused us to do this. I mean,
right,
we've talked about like just being in touch, trying to
yep.
get in touch with friends and family. Like you have the time to
Mhm.
realize what's important. I mean, you have a shit ton of time to reflect right now.
right,
So,
right,
I
right,
mean, you got more than enough time in your hands. I
for
mean,
sure.
what have you
And,
guys been doing?
so the funny thing is that just so everybody who's probably watching this now and wondering why we're freaking posting it on social media for everybody is because you know what, we figured that everybody missed our conversations and
Oh,
listening into our
absolutely.
conversations when they're just around us. So we figured do weekly updates and kind of see where it goes. I mean, we have a lot of fun things to talk about, and might as well record it and have a good time. So.
Yeah. I mean, in the
Uh,
famous words of Diane Geary, people want to be us.
People wanna be us. Listen.
Oh my
You
God.
can't hate on it, right? You can't
Oh,
hate on
no,
it.
no,
So,
no.
and sometimes we want to be them, all right, and sometimes we
Oh
want to
yeah.
be them,
Not, I
right?
mean, occasionally,
Occasionally.
usually no.
Yeah, usually no. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
So no, I think there's a few things. Well, I definitely want to talk about. Did you see the news of UFC 249?
Dude, yes.
How
I mean,
crazy is that? You know, he's getting the axe down. You ain't doing nothing.
yeah. Oh my God. I felt like it was like literally just yesterday. Or was it 2 days ago? They
Yeah.
announced who's it, Gaethje is gonna be fighting Ferguson now. He stepped in. Dana White's like, dude, I'm locking down an island. I'm flying these guys out. Like Joe Rogan's a part of it. And then then it comes out, it's like Disney executives and ESPN are like,
like
no, sir.
you can go do that, but we're
Yeah.
not going to do
Yeah,
that.
and we're not sending any of our fighters there either.
Yep.
So enjoy yourself. Crazy, man.
Well,
It's a
UFC doesn't.
bummer.
UFC and Disney don't own it, right? They just have the contract for like the rights.
Yeah, I think because UFC is now with ESPN and ESPN is with
Yeah,
Disney.
with Disney. Yeah, I knew
So
that, but
so I think it's just the whole look.
yeah.
It's all the politics and everything. I mean,
But listen,
it
Fight Island would have been wild. Like if Fight
dude,
Island
I
went
was
on,
so pumped for that.
we would be living in a movie. We would be
Oh
living.
my
I mean, we
God.
already are, but
Yeah.
like that.
Dude, imagine if it was like outside and they had set up a ring like in the jungle, dude.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God. Joe
Yep.
Rogan's sitting there in full camo.
Yep.
That's
It is kind of funny again. Like so it's obviously this is not going to be a UFC show, but obviously
No.
we've been starting to watch him more and more. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been fantastic. I've never, you know, you've never seen this kind of stuff, and I probably like it just because I don't fight, you know, and it's not,
Yeah.
you know, get me in the cage and I'll get
Yeah.
knocked out. But you know, but it's so funny because everybody like the fight, like the one fight that I think I would probably want to see before anything is like the Ferguson and Khabib, and it's like
Oh, 100%.
literally a pandemic happened. A
Yeah.
pandemic.
It's like no one, even the universe, doesn't want this to happen.
It was like
It's just so
everybody,
unfair.
yeah, everybody was just like, like the gods have to say yes to it, and then it was just
Yeah.
like they're like, no,
No, no, no.
not in this
Sorry.
situation.
Yeah.
But
Close. You're close, but no.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
no one got injured, so someone has to step in here. People need
yeah,
to start dying.
exactly. So here's the kicker in that whole thing is that when's next time you're trying to go to an event, like an
I
in-person
mean,
event? Like, are you gonna rush out right when everybody's good? When
I
we get to
probably
go ahead?
not. Probably not. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I feel pretty safe now that I made some homemade masks. So, like, I'm good to go.
Yep.
The skills my grandma showed me growing up of knitting and doing all kinds of shit like that. Made myself my own mask. I could walk into a concert tomorrow and be fine.
Yeah, I got
Probably
my
not.
own mask.
Probably not. But no, honestly, I don't know. It's pretty crazy, man. Like, I mean, living in Austin too. It's like we're here for the experience, and it's like all the music and everything. And I mean, who knows when the next show will be? A ton of people are doing like live streams and stuff, and
You're like that's cool, but I want
yeah,
them.
but yeah, no, I mean, like, it's the atmosphere, you know. I mean, it's a bit of a bummer. I don't really know when the next time will be. I know Britt wanted to go see Death Cab for Cutie in
That might be
May,
a death
but
show. That might be
might
death,
be
all right?
it might be a Death Cab actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know. Um, I don't know.
By the way,
My
Death Cab for Cutie, is that the same kind of show that we got dragged to that one time?
So I am still not really sure. Like, I thought it was like more of a heavy or like punk rock, like we went and saw. Who was, I don't even remember who that
Taking
was.
Back Sunday?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
I thought I was like, oh, we're gonna go do some headbanging, like Brit is fucking down, like it's
No, it's all
crazy.
emo.
Yeah. But then there's this segment by NPR called Tiny Desk concerts,
Yeah, I like those.
and they were on there. And Brit pulled it up, and they were like super chill. And she was like, "Oh yeah, their music is really chill." I'm like, "Damn, I thought I had to like throw on my Chucks again and get ready to rock out." And
Throw
it's
on
like
my Chuck.
actually going in there to like cry. Um, but yeah, I think it would be more chill, but I don't know. Um, yeah. Did you guys? Oh, you guys have a baby on the way. I mean,
Yeah, we're not. I mean, I was trying to maybe with like a comedy show maybe beforehand, but
yeah,
again, that's not gonna happen. You know,
yeah,
like I guess like that's like at the end of the day, I think that uh like comedy shows would probably be the one thing that I like to go to. And
mm,
I mean granted I probably would want to go to some music shows, but again, we have a
mm.
kid on the way, so it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
know.
man. It's life is crazy right now.
It
I
is.
who knew? I mean, you're already 30. You're already in
I'm
your
all
30s.
what are
I'm
you still in your
going to,
20s?
dude, I'm
You're not
still a
even an adult
young
yet. You're not even
29,
an
bro.
adult. Yeah.
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know what's going on. Is it like it's hot here, but not really? But I mean, like, we have the air conditioning on. For some reason, every day this week, my pits have been sweating so bad just sitting here. It's like I'm going through puberty again. I guess
It-
there's like a second level of puberty before you go into your 30s.
yep.
I mean, but it's like crazy. I came out of I came out of a meeting yesterday. I didn't even talk on. I was just sitting there listening. I came out and I had sweat rings up to my mid shoulder, dude. Like I just ran a mile. I don't know what's going on.
Literally, okay, so I think legitimately, I think there's going to be a phenomenon known as Zoom sweats, or like I swear to God, because dude, same thing happened to me the other day. Like I may get them today. I may get them.
Yeah.
Like
You wore
actually,
a gray
like, dude,
shirt too.
yeah, I was thinking about it too. It's gonna come. because I got off every single call I'm on, I'm like, I have to get a new shirt. Like, what am I doing? I'm not moving. I'm barely doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like karate
Dude.
chopping
Oh my God.
the first week. For the first week, it was brutal for me because unfortunately for me, and like I'm working on it. Like sometimes I agree with somebody and I'm like this kind of talker, right? And then I'll
Yeah.
be like in and out, and like I'm just like, they're like, I can't see your face, what's going on. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
I've definitely I back up a little bit when I am speaking because I don't want to knock anything over. I actually
yeah.
caught myself in a meeting today where I looked at the picture up top and I saw my hands going like this into the screen.
You're like,
And
yeah, I'm going
I was like, this dude must think I'm a psycho talking like this. Like I was saying something like, I want to drill down on the funnel. And I'm just like
yeah.
cradling my face.
The funnel goes like this, then it goes like that. All right. No, and so, one thing I feel like for people is that I think I have like I couldn't imagine my teachers back in the day because I'm a fidgeter like real bad, and so I'm just like in and out, and I feel like I'm giving people nausea. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Am I on a boat?"
I've definitely caught myself like sling to the side, listening to people. Like I'm not Chris Webber. I need to straighten up a little bit.
No. There's definitely some hacks about how to like when you're not into the conversation, or you're just like you don't need your guy, you can do something else. You're just like I gotta go on phone mode because like like this is like my thing's not working.
Yeah.
But no, the other day though, it's so frustrating, man. I've had some days where it's great, and then some days where it is so choppy. It takes me like a 45-minute meeting that could be 15 minutes is 45 minutes because I'm logging in and out, Dude, and it'll keep going. Where hold on, where'd you get me on? Where did I stop again?
Nightmare.
So it's
yeah.
So
Luckily, I haven't been too bad. We have our router and everything set up right under the desk, so I haven't really run into any issues. I don't think Britt really has either. But yeah, I've had some people that are like it's constantly choppy. I was just it was like a meeting with like 130 people today, and the person running it just kept chopping up, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
This recording is going to be great.
Yeah. And then there's the people that are just gonna be like, people in the chat are like, someone jump in and stop them.
Yeah. It's dude, speaking of little cheat codes on Zoom, it is true, but you can also lie about it. If you say that your signal is messed up, like, oh, you keep freezing, I'm going to turn off my video because it uses less bandwidth. You can just turn off your video and just like, I don't know, go to the bathroom, make a sandwich. No one would ever know. It's fantastic. No, just be like, oh, dude, my signal was weak. I couldn't have my camera on.
Yeah. So for all those people who are watching who may have a Zoom conference with us, none of those happen. Like,
no.
But no, dude, it's I think one thing about like these whole calls is that you're gonna find out that you can get through things a lot quicker. Some things a lot quicker, and then some things you're like, dude, we just need to be in a room for an hour and we can go light years ahead, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a lot of I think we were saying this before, it's just like unfortunately, so fortunately and unfortunately, like the 51-49% hat I like to wear is that at the end of the day, you're going to find companies and organizations, and I think society in general might get a little more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Be like, we don't need this, or we can do business this way, or we can do life this way. Is that going to affect people? For sure. It's just going to affect people just like AI was, and this and that. And hey, geez, Andrew Yang, watch this. Biden comes in with Andrew Yang. Universal basic income.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're like, and then Trump supporters gonna be like, yeah, because he gave it to us. See, like, what are you talking about? Trump UBI all day. But what I'm like, it's like one of those types of things where as a society, we're gonna find out that we don't.
I think honestly, from a business standpoint and just like quality of life, I think this was a forced step in the right direction. I think right now companies are being forced to invest money in giving their employees the right technology to have this kind of ability. if once we go back, they aren't going to be
What's
like, oh yeah, we're not going to buy that, we're not going to pay for that anymore, or we're going to get rid of that. No, it's there now.
yeah.
And I think from a just any person working, having the ability to work from home, having the ability to have meetings, it's just going to create, and it's going to create more flexibility for individuals. And from a business standpoint, it's like you can reduce that footprint of real estate. And I mean, in metro areas and stuff, if you start giving people the flexibility to not have to drive into work every day, like in Austin, I live 4 miles away from the office. Okay. I could see my office from my deck. In the morning, it takes me 8 minutes to get there. In the afternoon, it takes me
25 minutes?
25 minutes.
Dude, that is unreal.
It goes from
25-minute commute?
I mean, for I know what you're saying, Dick. I'm saying like it for like the distance. It's
Yeah.
just that like, but if more people have the ability to just work from home more often, then I mean that's gonna be huge. And me personally, if we're planning to have kids sometime soon, I'm not trying to be driving into the office 5 days a week. Like if I don't need to be there, then why do I need to go?
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless, you know.
Yeah. No, well, so dude, so let's think about this. Real estate, what happens when you don't need that much office space? Because that you're talking about like the technology, right? That companies are investing. For the companies that didn't already have it, right? Like the company, the company I work for has it, right? Like, we can do it anywhere and had it before, even before that. And so, with real estate, like, who the office space, what happens to that? We work co-working. I had Chris Demore, who I'm on a podcast with CT Startup. He was just starting a co-working space. Literally, we launched a podcast that we did a month ago, right? A month ago, talking about his opening of it, and he did a pilot of it, and got people into it. And then in 30 days, it's just boom, just done. And then after that, he's like, so are people going to come to the office like for the next 6 months? He's like, probably not, right? They're just going to be like, like, so it's I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think everyone's going to be forced to be more efficient, like you were saying. And I think what real estate they do have, it's going to be, they're going to end up selling it or leasing it to smaller companies. Like, I don't know if I should be saying their name on this, but the company that I work for has multiple offices down here. And one of them is enormous. It's one of the biggest in the world. But they're also building a huge building downtown.
They're building a new one.
But it's like, are they going to sell that or keep it and rent it out to other smaller companies?
Oh, they actually own it?
I think so.
That's
but I mean, they've been in there forever. But yeah, it's very interesting, man. I don't know. I mean, the whole deal is interesting, but I think just for everybody, I mean, forcing companies to be more flexible and like take into account like your worth and like quality of life is huge.
Yeah. So obviously, for me, I'm kind of like in the startup, genre. I'm always around new companies and then in small business genre.
My dad hates that word, dude. Oh my God. I don't even know. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it makes my blood boil, dude. Every time he says it, he's like, genre. What even is that? I'm like, dude, it's a word to say a category.
Yeah, it's like
it's
why is it a problem? Category?
Oh my God, my brother knows. To this day, I've read him the definition of it. I'm like, dude, it's not like some fancy like made up shit that our millennials came up with. It's just been around forever. Number one, and it's completely valid. I don't know what the issue is. I'm sorry to cut you off. Oh my God.
No, listen. This is what it's all about. But in the fucking,
God.
I don't even know where I was going. The genre of whatever I was going for wasn't
whatever you're
relevant
doing
with that, because you know what? Honestly, this is gonna like. Okay, so I knew exactly what I was going with. Is that we were, and it's kind of funny that you mentioned the whole family kind of connection right there. Is that so? I'm in it where business. I'm talking about it, right? Like, what are businesses doing to get around it? What programs are? Dude, I've been reading about payroll protection programs and disaster loan programs and the grants and like all that, and like putting them in for my company and yada yada yada, right? But how does this change like your just viewpoint on life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, how does this
Yeah.
actually change the whole perspective? Because, most people, it's unfortunate. Some would say that I live to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always working, always in it. I would probably say the opposite, where just like I don't feel like I'm working. But it's like, how does this change your viewpoint? So, like, what are some things that you've been thinking about that have kind of like on your mind about that?
I mean, I think I started working from home a little bit sooner than everyone else. My company was a little more ahead of the game because we're a global company and other people started getting sick. The first 2 weeks, Britt was still working, still going into the office. I'm chilling at home, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could do this. Like, it was just too much. But now, a month and a half later, I can't believe it's already been a month and a half. Jesus Christ. It's really not that bad. And it's like I've learned to appreciate the amount of time I have now, outside of work, and how, like, example, I haven't written in a journal since I was probably 9 or 10. I started writing in a journal again because I have the time, and I was sitting back and I'm like, what did I used to like to do? I used to love to write. Anything, dumb shit. You could ask my mom. I was always writing stories, trying to come up with mysteries. I had all that stuff.
John Comerford, mystery fucking
I
novelist.
listen, dude. I run the gamut of anything I try to do. I wanted to be a scientist.
Young
My brother,
author,
yep,
signed
young
author.
author. My brother used to call me Dr. Chemical when I was a kid. I was also writing, but I started writing again,
Yeah.
and just dumb shit. I mean, it's just once a week. I just try to write about the week, what's going on, what's on my brain, and it's really been enjoyable. And it's like now I have the time to think about that stuff and like be in touch with family, and I'm not worrying about like, all right, well, I just worked 45 hours this week. All right, what else can I do just to stay busy and then just go to bed? Like, all the other stuff, I'm too busy for that. It's changed. It's very interesting, but I think it's changed the perspective. And I think for the better for myself anyway.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Well, in the past month and a half, you picked up journaling. Well, I learned Spanish.
Dude, I've been what do you
Like just
use?
like full fluent, just full fluent Spanish. Um, I'm waiting to go talk to somebody to see if it's even like if it
Dude,
actually makes sense.
I've been working with Duolingo, or I wanted to, and I tried to get Britt into it. She was kind of into it. If you're trying to learn Spanish, I will speak in Spanish to
Hold
you.
on, hold
I
on.
will
Are
start
you
brushing
talking
up.
about is this the weekly Spanish class? Is this the weekly Spanish class? Like have a
It could be
little
a segment. We could do a 5-minute conversation and try to butcher the Spanish language and have
I
a
know
conversation.
a few people that can call in that actually know Spanish that can maybe help it out, you know? You never know. We have
They
to
sit to
call
the
in.
side.
Yeah.
They sit to the side. They're like,
No,
hey.
we'll zoom them
Yeah.
in for a minute. Hey, zoom in, just like everything else. But no. I honestly like it's I have the one issue that I've had is that like I've been getting swole at the gym, like I've been going all the time and everything. And shout out to oh my god, shout out to
God.
John, dude. John sent me this thing about Eliza Schlesinger. You don't like her, right?
I don't know who that is.
The comedian Eliza Schlesinger or whatever like that.
I
But she came out of a sketch show, but it was all about like fat dudes at the gym.
yeah.
But anyways, they're just these guys that like say that they're like Burt Kreischers, and a bunch of Burt Kreischers.
Oh god.
But no, but like for me, this all so I guess the way I've been perceiving like 2020, right, is that we went to New Zealand for our honeymoon, right?
Yeah,
So we left,
crazy.
at
Oh my
end of
god,
December.
that was this year,
Yeah,
dude. What
dude.
the hell?
Dude, right? Like we got the last of international travel before nobody ever travels again, and the
Oh my
world
God.
forgets about that. You know,
Was never
so yeah,
leaving.
nobody leaves again, right?
We're
So
entering the Matrix.
we were like, you know what, we're gonna go to the farthest place we can,
Yeah,
and before we have a kid, and
that's
so
a
they're
great
like, well,
call.
yeah, great call, but also,
Amazing call.
before COVID,
Yeah,
um, but no, so we went to New Zealand, left in December, came back January 11th, and when we came back, they were testing people in Auckland for COVID.
really.
So then we were like, oh man, that's crazy. Like we were just on a plane, and like the whole time we're on a plane, we're like, oh, like dude, one way on the way there, somebody was just coughing, hacking up, and it was like, oh yeah. So anyways, but
Dude.
on the way back, we get home, and it's a 36-hour, whole round trip. You're there, whatever.
Yeah,
And so we get back there, and then just like a month later, so that's halfway through January that we come back, and
yeah,
and then February, there's like it's basically you start hearing about it. End of
yeah.
February, it's like shut down. So dude, we moved in here.
Unbelievable.
We moved in, and
Mhm,
the Friday before, I set up like cable,
mhm.
and Ned Lamont's like, well, it's shutting down Monday. Like I was freaking out. I was like,
Sick.
oh, like everything's going, remote.
Yeah.
And like I'm moving into a new house, and I can't get cable for the
Oh my God.
quarantine. I can't get internet for the quarantine.
That would
And
be
and
insane.
dude, the guy came, and he's like, yeah, he's like, we're probably just gonna like, drop it off, and you'll have to figure it out. And I was like, oh. I was like, I could probably do that, but like, really?
But also do your job,
Yeah.
sir.
No, well, no, but he was just like, he's like, I don't care. Like, but he's just, well, first of all, I bet they're all like, thank God if we're just dropping it off. I ain't going to
Oh
people's
yeah, they don't
houses
have to
right now.
go in
Like,
there. Yeah.
yeah,
But also like throw a mask on, some gloves, and hook my shit up.
he was a nice guy, but he was just like,
Yeah.
he was also like, dude, he's like, we're not frontline workers. Like, I'm not going into people's houses. It's like, come on, like, get out of here.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
it's I kind of need
yeah.
cable and the internet right now. I mean, it's first world problems,
It is
but I
kind of
mean,
funny is that
like,
I called right like Ned Lamont announced it. So this is how like proactive I've been on these kinds of things. Like Ned Lamont announced, or he announces that there's a shutdown, right? It's like
yeah,
4 o'clock on a Friday, right? There's
yeah,
gonna be I'm gonna implement a shutdown, whatever, on quarantine on Monday. I'm on the phone at 4:15 with a rep from the cable company, be like, so what are you gonna do about this? Like, what do you know? And she's like, no, what? She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I'm not watching the TV because I'm working. Like,
oh
what?
my
Like, so
God.
she's like, let me talk to a supervisor. She comes back, she's like, and she goes back with a generic response of like, we're gonna deal with it as like
Yeah,
the orders of the
best we
governor.
can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
and so just like for me, every time like he comes on the news with something, he's like, yo, we're gonna do this. It's like, call the bank. So when can I get a part of that program? Like, he just
Yeah,
announced it. Like, why don't
yeah,
you have it ready for me?
yeah. Oh my God, dude. I we had I think it was maybe the first, or probably the first week Brit started working from home. Like, I think it was in either early March, end of February. The maintenance people came in because we had a couple windows were like foggy on the top. So I mean, it's rental, so they want to come in and replace them. Of course, like, it's I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Front office calls up. They're like, "Hey, the window people are here. They want to come in and install these new windows." And I was like, um, I I'm not trying to have random people in my
Yeah.
house right now. Like, the city is shut down, and they're like, "Oh no, well they've been tested." And I'm like, "They've been tested?" I
Yeah,
no
no,
one
no,
can
they
get
haven't.
tested
Yeah.
right now. Like,
They're celebrities? Hold on. They're
yeah,
celebrities
yeah,
and they're installing my windows.
yeah, two window guys got fucking COVID-19 tests. I don't think so.
We did the
And
whole like, temperature thing on their forehead.
yeah, like, dude, and they walk up, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, they're like, well, we can't reschedule. I'm like, okay, whatever. Send them up.
It's like, do you not understand how valuable windows are right now?
They come up, they knock on the door. They knock on the door. I crack open the door, and I'm like, hey. They're like, hey, we're here to install your windows. I'm like, you got a mask and gloves? And they're like, well, they're in the truck. I was like, you better go get them, because you're not coming in here without that shit. Like, there's fucking virus going around. They're like, oh, I guess, yeah, give us like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay. They walk in. and they're just like sweating profusely with these tiny little fucking
Spitting through it.
oh my god, dude. And me and Britt are just sitting there just like get out of my house, please. I literally, the second they left, I Lysoled everything. But it's like the worst timing. I don't want anybody coming in here, and we haven't really been leaving the house that much. Have you guys? Or I mean, Rachel's been working, but have you been leaving at all? It's bad in middle.
Well, so what's funny is that, like, yeah, I mean, so I've definitely had to leave. So, so like when they announced the shutdown, like we had school projects, so we had to go. We had to literally, and like the schools were like, you have to get in today, or you're not coming in for like 2 weeks. And then, and I get into the schools, and the schools are, some people are like, well, I think it's going to be longer than 2 weeks. Like, and I forgot who I was talking to. Like, I was talking to someone like, the administration, and then, we talked to the janitors, and, just like, or, the guys that are working around, I'd just be like, it might be longer. They're like, what are you talking about? It's only gonna be a few days. And I'm like, I don't think so.
I don't think so, dude.
Like, it's gonna be a long time.
There's like 100,000 people sick in New York right now.
But no, dude, that was at the beginning of March. Like, it has been, it has been a month and a half of like it locked down. And at least in Connecticut, it's been, and so, just about. And so it's like it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's
me and Britt were talking today, and I just realized, like, and saying it before, I've been like coming to this desk every day for work day for over like a month and a half. That's insane. It does not feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
I also lose track of the days. I didn't realize it was Thursday. Totally thought it was Friday today, but it is what it is.
Even when I told you it was Thursday yesterday.
Even though you told me it was Thursday, I was like, man, I can't believe it's already Friday. And then I'm like, oh no, it's actually Thursday. I got to do a podcast today.
Got to do Eric and Jon's weekly update.
Oh shit!
No,
I think this would probably be top of the charts, like on nothing.
On your week, because to say that's surprising is I don't know. But dude, I've actually moved my where I've sat a couple of times. Like the direction that I'm sitting, where I'm sitting, the desk, like my desk, like the table. I got to move it around. But dude, it is. I need to schedule all my talks in the afternoon, because talking for me just comes naturally. All right. Yeah. And I can just let it roll off the tongue. Yeah. But I gotta get work. But you gotta get work done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta actually get stuff done. But But no, going back to the school thing, dude. I've had to go out almost every day. And Jesus. So the thing is that so here's the thing. We were moving into a new house. When you move into a new house, you actually need supplies, like legitimate supplies other than freaking moving. You need to fill your grocery, you got to fill your desk. You got to get cleaning supplies when you go. Dude,
which are not available.
It literally wasn't. So I don't know. I started to get a little prepperish a little before. Dude, I went to Restaurant Depot and
nice.
bought a bunch of stuff and
that's smart move.
Oh yeah, dude, I got the big box of steak and cheese, and
nice.
the other stuff. But dude, literally, I think I got a 25-pound package of flank steaks.
Oh,
dude, I was hasty and I threw it into the
you didn't
freezer.
Separate it out?
I didn't separate it out. It's gonna happen. I'm just gonna chop it up or do something like that, but it'll happen.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah. So I will have to say, dude, I went to Restaurant Depot. This is when I knew it was bad. This is when I kind of started, because it was it was early on, right? It was the last week of February, and I was like, something's up, and I was like, we're gonna be moving in. So I went to Restaurant Depot, and there was nobody there. I went on awkward times because I'm self-employed at the time, and and flexible, and I'm
flexible.
Yeah, I'm flexible.
Very flexible.
And so no, and so I went there, and I'm going around putting stuff in there and then thing. And this one of the workers is opening up a box of a 10-pound bag of ground beef, right? And dude, it was $25 all day.
Yeah.
spending it, right? And
For
he
10
like, oh
pounds?
yeah, dude, it's Restaurant
Damn.
Depot. It's Restaurant Depot. It's where the restaurants go.
It's like,
Yeah, where the restaurants go. So it's like, what do you think? And so he has it out, dude, and he opens it up and everything like that. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, is that a 10-pound? I was like, how much is that? Whatever. And he tells me, and I grab it, and he goes, I put it in my cart, and he goes, you know what? He goes, thank you. And I go, I was stunned. I was like, what? For what? Like, I was like, what'd I do? And he was like, you didn't trample me. I was like, are you serious? Like, were people trampling you? He's like, it's been wild. It's been absolutely wild here, right? So, dude, I have literally every place that I've gone has been civil. People have been very nice to each other. People have been like social, going around each other, this or that.
Oh yeah.
There's always one or two people that are in there that are panicking. They're absolutely shocked. Like there was actually 2 times where somebody was walking through the store being like, it's wild in here. It's crazy. And only showing the empty aisles. And everything else
on their phone?
Yeah, on their phone. They'd be like, it's crazy in here. It's crazy.
Oh my
and then,
God.
And then or somebody being, and then the other person on the phone just being like, I can't believe it. I got to get out of here. People are being so crazy. And it's just like, I have not seen it. And here's
like,
my theory.
chill,
By the
dude.
way, here's my theory about the toilet paper and the whole shortage.
Dude.
Is that those are actual like big packages. They're 48.
Yeah.
They're 48. So how many actually fit on the actual thing? So if you have 50 people that come in, it empties a whole aisle and people start going mad.
Yeah.
It's the perception of how much
very
is actually.
true.
You get what I'm saying?
Very true. I see what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
so
not
like
bad.
people start going nuts and like,
like, oh, the toilet paper's gone.
Yeah, all the toilet paper's gone. Like,
Like, no, you can only fit like 20 of them up there.
Yeah, it's like, dude, 20 people came in. Yeah, in a class.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. The quality of toilet paper though is way down.
Oh,
even though
there's conspiracy theories about that.
They had 2 rows, right? The top row was obviously like Scott and Charmin and all that nice shit. On the bottom,
name brand generic.
On the bottom, I think it was a name brand. I can't remember what it was, but it was lavender scented, and not one person touched that shit, dude. Who's trying to use that? But I will say the rolls that we did get, aside from the normal Scott's ones, they had to-go rolls on the inside of the roll. So it's a big roll, right? Like this. On the inside where the tube is, there's another like to-go camping roll, just in case you're in traffic or going camping and you have to shit yourself. And you have a little bit of, it's fantastic. I saw that and I was like, that is amazing. So now we're just stacking them up for whenever we go off into the sunset into an RV or something.
Was this like a bonus like toy kind of like?
Yeah, it was like
to get you to buy it kind of.
It was like the Happy Meal of toilet paper. It was like every single one has a little prize in it, and the prize is knowing that you're prepared no matter where you go. It's fantastic. It's a great business model.
It really is. And listen, I've heard bidets are flying off the
Dude,
charts now.
Have you ever used a bidet?
No, I have not.
Dude, fantastic.
I hear they're fantastic. I do.
Fantastic.
I do.
I mean, it's just, you don't have to worry about anything. It's great. I don't know if we want to talk about this on this podcast.
Honestly, this is an American show, not a European show.
Yeah.
So.
Well, either way, definitely recommend it. I would not be mad about having a bidet. I feel like it's more efficient, and especially on your bad days.
Especially on your bad day. Yeah. Hey, listen, it is one of the side effects I hear.
Yeah.
But,
after you eat 25 pounds of flank steak.
Hey, listen, carnivore diet, or you're just like, cut.
Oh my God. Did you actually try to do that?
Dude, I wanted to do it. Like I would do that all day, but
I mean, you have enough meat to do it.
Not enough. I feel like you need to have like a good like 16 to 8 to 24 ounce ribeye per day, because like you got to have
overall.
Yeah, overall, right?
I was about to say, damn, son. That's too much. Like coming
from the guy who challenge eats me every time you're around me. The first time we ever hung out, you literally
I was waiting for that to come up.
You literally shamed me into eating. They're like, you're such a big guy. How don't you eat so much?
Yeah,
And I'm like, because I don't have a metabolism of a tiny mouse. All right.
that's very true, dude.
Christ.
I'm still 29, baby. I'm young.
Yeah,
I'm
well, wait
young,
till
and
you're
I'm
30. Yeah, see, this is your funnel. Your funnel with metabolism is like this, while when mine younger was like this, and now
yeah,
mine's gonna flip.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't know if that
yeah.
analogy
I
works.
don't know if that made
I don't think
sense
it
at
does,
all, but but I know what you're saying.
but what I'm
I know what
getting
you're
at
saying.
is that I'm getting leaner and you're getting fatter. Okay.
Yeah, I think I am, dude. I got a little bit of a. No, I don't, dude. Who are you kidding?
I can see it in
But
the
yeah, my face.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 16 ounce or 24 ounce
24 ounces a
ribeye.
day,
I
two 12
love
ounces.
steak, but I just don't know if I could eat steak or something like meat like that with every meal. That's crazy. I have
Yeah,
also
I
heard
mean,
the diarrhea is awful.
that's why I need a bidet, dude. That's why I need a bidet. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I don't know, man.
at this time, you just got to conserve as
Oh,
many
dude,
calories as possible.
we're eating with whatever. We're trying to eat healthy, but it's
That's not
also like
happening.
whatever
Yeah.
you got, dude. We made mini little chicken or little turkeys were super cheap
Yep.
at the grocery store. We bought 2 of them. Number one, I told Steve and Diane about this. They thought I was incorrect that they were Cornish hens. They were not. They were turkeys. But what they did with these turkeys was it seemed like they just had a machine that just grabbed the bones and just ripped the meat off and put it in a bag. There was no bones. It was all meat. So it was just a big ball of turkey meat, and it was delicious.
It was delicious.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
unreal.
dude, it cooked beautifully. It was a butterball turkey. We had 2 of them. Again, I didn't realize how much meat these things were. I'm still eating this turkey. I made them last week, but we had Thanksgiving pretty much on Wednesday,
Right.
and it was fantastic.
So I'm gonna show you 2 things that I got at Restaurant Depot that I believe I may have for a while, but I wanted to make sure I get them because if shit goes wild, like when's the next time you're gonna get them?
Yeah.
Right? Hold on.
Shit goes cray. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you're actually watching, the 4 people that might be watching the show, I'm having a good time, and I think Eric is too. I know we're probably very annoying, but it's what it is. If you don't like us, don't tune in.
All right. So one, this is practical. This is practical. So this is a 10-pound bag of quinoa, of white quinoa. Okay? This is a 10-pound bag, and this is one of 2 that I got.
Oh my God!
And this is
Why?
This is just.
Do you eat a lot of quinoa?
Well, first of all, do you know where quinoa comes from? So it's a long place away, and so the thing is that it's from Peru. Like, listen, I don't know if stuff's happening.
It's from Peru. It says Italian on the top.
Yeah, but that's just the brand. But it's from. It's international.
Italian, Peruvian.
Yeah, it's international. It's international. And what I'm getting at is that global supply chains are going to change. All right, and you never know. Okay,
dude, you're going to be selling it by the ounce.
Selling it by the ounce, dude. This is gold. I may be able to plant this and grow it. You never know. I actually don't think that's possible. But anyways, the funny thing was that I got it because I thought Rachel liked quinoa. She apparently likes red quinoa, not white quinoa. So
he's a little racist.
Let's not talk about that. So anyways, the next thing is balsamic vinegar. Like, come on, that's legit. Dude. And so that is a gallon, 1 gallon, 1 quart, 9 ounces.
All right.
So that's legit, right?
Over under, or no, we'll just say $10 says that balsamic vinegar goes bad before you guys finish it.
Oh, dude, I've been doing balsamic glazes left and right. Okay.
On everything? I love balsamic vinegar.
Yeah. Well, I'm on everything that came with the blue aprons that Rachel's been ordering. So, because we haven't actually broken into this yet. So I'm keeping it for a good time.
How do you like the blue apron stuff?
So here's the thing. I'm a chef, right? I can throw a little of this, throw a little of that, make it work. Rachel, she likes to follow directions.
Mm.
But I always end up cooking them, so it doesn't matter.
Mm.
So
So they come out terrible, is what you're saying.
yes, basically, because I'm just like add a little this,
Yeah,
and she'll
throw some
literally
balsamic glaze. It's like, dude,
listen. Yeah, it's not even in the recipe.
why are you
Literally,
doing that?
literally, dude, straight up, she'll be in the other room, not even knowing what step I'm on. She'll be like, "Stop adding stuff. Just stop it. Just stop adding stuff." And I'm like, "All right, okay." But no, I actually don't mind them. It's some. So here's the annoying part. And listen, I've been on Blue Apron for years. And dude, I wish I bought their stock before this happened. It went from like $2 to like $12.50 or something like that.
Really?
Dude, no. It went to 19, and it came back and leveled off at 12. I'll tell you what it is right now. And this is like crazy because the funny thing is that all these companies, like, you know, food, local food is now this huge thing that everybody wants to, you know.
Mm.
So Blue Apron, yeah, they're at 11.30. All
Wow.
right, so like, dude,
Yeah.
that's legit.
Yeah.
But some of their stuff, if you're a cook, so some of their stuff you're gonna be
I
like,
don't know about that, but
well,
I
but
could cook. I could cook.
yeah, you can
I don't
follow a
know if
recipe.
I
I
don't know
think
if
you
I
can
am
follow a
a
recipe.
cook.
Yeah, you can follow a
Yeah.
recipe. I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're not a cook, but I'm a chef. So
Yeah. I'll give you that.
yeah.
You make good catfish.
Yeah, I make good
Yeah.
whatever. But you could probably make it yourself, and you'd be, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, you'd be like, oh, like I'm paying this for that. 'Cause it's $60 for, you get the, it's 60 for, you know, 3 meals for 2 people. Some of the meals are bigger than others. Dude, we
Yeah.
had this chorizo burger this week. That was
Mm.
legit. It was
Mm.
legit chorizo
That
burger,
sounds
but it's
pretty
like,
good. I like chorizo.
yeah. So,
Isn't
I'm,
there? We tried another brand. I don't think it was Blue Apron. I think it was another one like a while back, and the portions were just like super small. It was so much work to get like
yeah.
enough food for like a lunch portion. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is annoying.
I can easily eat a Blue Apron to myself. Even when
Yeah, I mean, both of them.
even when it's 2 chorizo
Yeah,
burgers, all right?
both of
Like,
them.
yeah,
Yeah,
both of
it's
them.
like I
Easy,
don't.
easy.
And I said to Britt, I'm like, are we like, do we just eat way too much, or are these meals super small? Like, I can't figure it out. I don't know. But I think we were gonna renew it, and I'm like, dude, this is. I feel like we cook just as good, and it's a lot of work for like a very small amount of
Listen.
food.
I have a bunch of free ones if you guys want me to send you some.
Well, I
You
mean,
know, so if
if
you
you want to
want,
send
dude,
them over,
dude, they keep renewing them, they keep sending them. But it's on like a 6-week loop. So every once in a while, I'll just get a random, be like, your Blue Apron's arrived. You're like, oh, I got dinged for $60.
oh, that's so annoying.
But Rachel's been getting them just because this whole thing. But
Yeah,
they've been,
I mean, no, I mean to have them now,
yeah,
right now, is great. Because I mean, we've been trying to stock up, like try to get enough food for like a week or two.
yeah.
But they put limits on everything you can get. Um, but yeah, I mean, that would be nice to have if we had that. But still, $60 is kind of steep, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I got
I mean,
yeah,
you got 10 pounds of quinoa. I don't know why you need Blue Apron.
dude, I got 10 pounds. No. Let me rephrase that. I got 20 pounds of
Oh yeah, you have
quinoa.
2
It's 2
bags.
bags, dude. 2
Oh
bags.
my god.
And then I have let's see, I got a huge thing of Bisquick, a huge thing of
Love some Bisquick.
yep, a huge thing of cornbread / corn muffin mix. That's always a good one to have.
Oh man, I would love that.
Got a bunch of pasta. Like, I got a bunch of stuff that's like
Gotta have the
non-perishable.
pasta.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
I
have
got
the pasta.
yeah, I gotta have that. Let's see, what else did I get a big stuff with? Oh, I got the big. So let me ask a question. Rice pilaf. You rice pilaf fan?
Oh, dude, I can eat rice pilaf with every meal. That shit is delicious.
Dude,
original garlic and herb, the wild mushroom, all that shit. Dude. I have 4 of them in my cabinet right now. They're delicious.
Uncle Ben's?
Uncle Ben's not so much. What's the it's the white box.
Yeah, I know. I got couscous that's in the white box. I got couscous
Dude,
in it.
couscous.
It's like, yeah.
Not a fan. I grabbed it by accident. My mom used to love couscous, and I think that's why I don't like it anymore. I hate that shit. It's so messy, and you can't keep it on the plate anyways.
It's too fluffy. It doesn't have weight to it.
It's fluffy. It's these little balls that are rolling all over the table. It's too much, and it's just dry as shit. I would rather have 10 pounds of quinoa than than, than couscous. But what is it? Far East, is that the brand?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Their rice pilaf is on point every time.
So here's the thing. I got the big restaurant ones of rice pilaf and Mexican rice, and the other one. I got two
Hell
things of
yes.
rice pilaf. But here's the kicker. Legitimately, like I think Rachel talks about it in the sense of it. She like despises, I think, rice pilaf. Like she literally does not
What?
like it. She's like, do not get it near me. Won't eat it. Get out of here. And like she's like, I'll have
Really?
white quinoa, and I hate white quinoa. I like red quinoa. So it's like for me, like for me, dude, like tonight, literally had a half a cup of quinoa, a couple of the like little 12 ounces of steak, boom, boom. That's a
Damn.
meal, right? That's a
Yeah, that's
legitimate.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And if Blue Apron was making that, that'd be like 6 meals.
No, yeah.
So,
I mean, oh yeah,
um,
that would be like, oh, here's your portions for the next 3 months.
right?
16 ounces of steak.
Yeah, but I will have to say the one thing that they do good with is the sauces. I want to say
They did have good sauces.
It's like I can't pronounce it. I'm gonna say going. It's like a GYOG or something like that.
Yeah,
But it's like this
no idea.
spicy Asian sauce. It's good.
Yeah.
I hope somebody's watching till the end so they can correct me on that. Because if they
Not
do,
a chance.
dude, we have been compelling this entire time. This entire time we have been compelling.
Oh, I need your expert opinion. 1 second.
I'm glad that you just finally, told people that I'm an expert.
Dude, I know that you're a smart man. You know this. I just like to give you shit. So, check these out, dude. I've been growing
it's not
tomatoes.
legal. It's not legal there.
Dude, I've been growing weed in the window for the past 3 weeks, and no one has said anything. No. So, long story short, my boss from my last job thought it would be cool to give me a Christmas present. This Christmas present.
It's a nice boss from another job.
Was this it's all different seeds, and you just plant them. He was like, "Oh, you like making salsa?"
you like making a cup of salsa after.
Yeah. Jamie, I apologize. It was a great gift. If you ever saw this, I apologize. I'm using it now, as you can see. But my question to you is, are there too many seedlings in these? So these are only the tomatoes have been growing.
Hold on. So first off, you that is a egg carton, correct?
This is an egg carton.
Okay. And you just like sprinkled seeds on there on like each little thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So each section is different. And I put soil over the top, and I water it every day, leave it in the window, and now they're sprouting pretty good.
Okay, so
but I feel like it's getting a little too crowded in there,
Yeah, definitely too crowded. Yeah, that's like social distancing not happening.
Not happening here.
Not happening at all. So here's the thing. You got tomatoes and peppers?
No, it was supposed to be peppers and a couple other things in here, but it's 2 different types of tomatoes. I think these are beefsteak tomatoes, and these are Roma tomatoes.
So those are the only things that popped?
Yeah, all the others. We actually got some sprouts here. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
we got some. The tomatillo is growing. Very exciting.
See, this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that a part of growing food is observing. Sometimes you have to observe.
I observe them every morning. I play some songs to them because I know plants like music, and that's what I do every day. But so these are too crowded. Do I need to move them to a bigger pot?
No. So what you're gonna do is you need to probably.
Should I leave these up here like this while you're talking?
Yeah. So we give Yeah. So we give people an idea. No. So the first thing you do is you just gotta separate them out. So before I would say wait another day or two. Maybe a little bit longer. And then you're going to separate those from each other. And then you want to put them in a bigger pot, but don't put them into another. You want to do a smaller pot, then a bigger pot, then a bigger pot. Like you don't want to go right to the biggest pot, because you want to make their root ball tight and compact. So you don't want to actually,
So I could have these like all in one. But just space them out.
So get another egg carton. put
Mhm.
soil in all the different spots, and put
Mhm.
each one in each egg carton spot.
Okay. All right.
Then when they get too big from there, then you transfer each of those into another one.
Okay. Cool.
So,
All right. I'll do that. I've been meaning to ask you that.
before you're transplanting them into it,
Mm.
let it dry out. Let the soil dry out a little bit. So when you
Okay.
pick it up, it's kind of like, it's not wet, and you
Yeah.
pick it up and you can kind of just like break it apart a little bit easier. So
Okay. All right. Cool. It usually dries out by the morning. Um, but yeah, I'll do
you
that.
water it you water it in the morning and it dries out.
Yeah, I water it. Yeah, I water it in the morning. It sits on the windowsill every day. But yeah, they've been growing like banshees.
It's like banshees, like
I don't know why I said that yesterday, and then Britt said it. She was like, "What the fuck is a banshee?" Anyways, I was like, "I have no idea." Also, I keep saying "anyways." It's anyway. There's no S on there. Did you know this?
no. Listen, I'm not the person to go to for English. Like
I someone said it or like made note of it, and I was like, man, I say anyways all the time too, and it's only anyway. There's no S, but yeah, I'm trying my best.
anyways.
Yeah,
No.
now you're gonna start catching yourself because you're like, ah, anyways, and it's gonna be like, oh, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've been noticing in these Zoom calls and hangouts that I say. Um, I have sayings, and I know you guys know that, but and some people in my life know that. But I'm trying to catch
Oh,
myself, and I'm trying to
yeah,
bring new sayings into the world until
that's
you
good.
notice them, and then
Yeah,
I'll
recreate
find.
them.
I'm just gonna keep finding new ones,
Yeah, my
So.
for the next couple weeks, it's gonna be anything that is at high volume or is increasing quickly, like banshees.
Like banshees. Yeah, for me, it's gonna be genre. I'm just gonna, that genre
I
of
like the
talk
word.
that you use
I
is not
like the word.
acceptable.
I like the word. I hope my dad listens to this and is just furious because I know he'll be like, God, that
Well,
fucking the
I
genre's a stupid word.
well, honestly, I feel like we're in the genre of entertaining,
I think we
just
are.
point blank,
I think we are.
and I think people are going to get excellent value out of these weekly updates. I really do.
I think this is long overdue, man. I think we've been entertaining families around the world for what, 10 years now? We've known each other for almost 10 years, man.
Yeah, 10 years. And before that, I was entertaining people for way longer. John just got into the game 10 years ago when
Yeah,
he met
yeah. No,
me. So
I came. Eric got me out of my shell.
John's
Yeah,
what they call a sidekick.
yeah,
Um,
pretty much, pretty much.
he's
I'm Robin, but
yeah.
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 No, that's too much. You're definitely not Batman. Not a
Yes,
chance, dude.
I'm Bruce Wayne, right? Like I
Yeah,
don't have to be
no way. With
Batman.
that hair, dude, with that hair, you're looking pretty
I
slick.
know, I know.
Me over
Listen,
here, I'm looking like Gerald. It's not
I'm the
good.
type of Bruce Wayne that keeps like like an MMA fighter in the basement, and he's like, listen, go out and fight some people, all right?
Yeah,
I'll give you money, just keep in the
yeah, just
basement, all right? Just like do
yeah.
your
Just
thing.
yeah, entertain me, please.
Yeah, entertain people. I'll go do the whole Playboy thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Play my
I'll
part.
sit in the corner with my bowl of white quinoa.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah, doing push-ups, all right? But no, man, we this is I'm glad it took a pandemic for us to actually do
I
this.
know. I'm glad we did
So
this, man.
again, 51% positive. Stay on the positive side of life.
Oh, I always try to stay positive, man, as
Yeah.
much as possible.
All
But
right.
this was fun, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad we did this.
And
Hopefully, we'll do this again soon.
we
Maybe
will.
once a week, every couple days.
No, couple days, dude. There's not enough. There's enough
Dude,
happening. There's enough
there's
happening
a
in
lot
life, I guess.
happen.
But
Between me and you, we could go for another 4 hours if we wanted to right now.
listen,
But to do the people who are listening to this podcast the solid, we're not going to because
yeah,
we're going to start losing listeners real quick.
we don't want those. We want the diehard fans, the
Yeah, we
diehard
want the diehard
people.
fan.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
whoever those people are, because yeah,
Small group. Small
it's gonna be
group.
a small group.
It's gonna be a small group.
I'm thinking it's gonna be I'm gonna say Rachel Britt. Nope, I don't. They wouldn't get to past the first 10 minutes.
I
They
don't
would not.
no
No, no,
way,
no.
dude.
So they
Oh
wouldn't
my
get
god.
there. Let's see who else would.
What we
Oh
should
no.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh. I think Shanda might be commenting hard
I think
on stuff.
Shanda would
Shanda,
love
hello,
this.
Shanda. We
Shanda,
appreciate
what's
you.
up?
We appreciate you.
Love you. Miss
Um,
you. I
yeah,
can't wait for you to watch this.
yeah, and stop. Yeah, you don't need to go out to the grocery store. We'll get you something if you need it.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
so, but
I mean,
yeah.
dude, I think this is just an idea, but I think sometime soon we should videotape Britt, Rachel, and Melissa watching this. I guarantee within the first 5-10 minutes, Britt will be yelling, "Are you kidding me?"
First of all, yeah, and Rachel's gonna be like, "I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I can't talk. I can't listen to him anymore. This is why I don't listen to his podcast."
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
By the way,
that should be something.
By the way, I've already started recording the podcast I'm going to be releasing to my newborn son when he gets home. And
That's
so
cool,
just,
man.
just comforting stuff that I'm going to say, for him to go to bed, just be like, you can be whatever you want to be. Always take my side in a fight against your mother. I'm the better, all that.
Yeah,
Kind of stuff,
I'm the better person.
I'm just a
all
better
the time.
person.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
you get your talkative spirit from your father.
Yep.
And,
remember, John Comerford really doesn't even eat that much. He just talks a lot of shit.
yeah, exactly.
He will
Just the
always be a
basics.
sidekick.
Listen, you will never lose a game.
Oh, don't even start.
To John Comerford.
That is for another episode. Get me on that podcast because I will tell him that is complete bullshit.
All right. Well. Listen. One day soon we will actually be able to play a sport again together.
I can't wait. Yeah,
but
I can't wait to snap your ankles on the basketball court.
Snap my ankles. Okay. Yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself there, bub. I'll be draining threes in your face. I don't need to drive on you. I can stand above you and shoot.
Dude,
stand above
you already know you aren't even fast enough to drive on me, son.
Yeah, I'm not relying on my speed. I'm just my smooth shot. I'm shooting.
I'll give it to,
you know what? I feel like I'm shooting my shot every day.
Dude, you just gotta shoot your shot, dog.
You just gotta shoot your shot, baby. You know what? And I think that's where we end because the title of this episode is going to be a weekly update number 1. Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
I love
that.
All right. That's it, man.
All right, man. Well, hey.
Oh, wait. Put up your arms again real quick. Oh, no sweat. Very nice.
Oh, you sure?
A little moist. A little moist.
Bit. That's a little moist.
Yeah, little jungly in there.
Yeah.
A little humid.
Listen. These fucking Zoom meetings, dude. They're
they'll get you. My calves are sweating right now. I don't know why.
We may judge the intensity of these about who's sweating more.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. Peace. Have a good night.
See you, man. Talk to you soon.